So, back for another Believe in Boyt with this Galarian Wheezing team. And I have already fallen victim to the neutralizing gas, because I forgot about the Sturdy on the Magnezone not being in effect if I went for a Max Quake and managed to KO it. So, like I said, it was only a matter of time before I forgot about the neutralizing gas. Didn't matter, the Magnezone didn't get one shot because it Dynamaxed, but already messed it up. But that's one. We'll see how many there's going to be at the end of the week. Okay, Sun again, but there's a Virizion for some reason. Like, I really don't know what that Virizion is doing there. Okay. It'd be nice to stop a beat up on Virizion, but I don't see any beat up mons apart from... Ah! Now I see it. That's Scarf Charizard. Interesting. Charizard has beat up. So I definitely want Wheezing. I'm going to go with Wheezing. And I'm going to go with Gyarados, because then they can't set up the Sun, and then they're going to be quite weak and vulnerable to my Gyarados. Goodra could be a little bit awkward. I want to bring Hydreigon, for sure. Just need to be wary of the Comfey, and the Virizion. Then probably Volcarona, but then definitely need to be wary of the Goodra. Because Volcarona is pretty hard walled by it. P2 would be able to do well against it. It would be able to beat it 1v1. Excadrill is probably not worth. I'm going to go with Volcarona because it can protect the Hydreigon from the Goodra. It can't protect the Comfey from the Goodra. And if I get enough Quiver Dances, maybe I'll be able to beat the Goodra, but almost certainly not. Okay, Comfey Goodra. That's okay. So there's no triage here. So how fast is the Comfey? If it's not Sash, I'd be able to take it out probably with a max. And Strange Steam will do a reasonable amount actually to the Goodra anyway. So if I go for Strange Steam and for a Quake, and I won't take too much even from the Lightning. And I'll be able to get the Quake, like, well, I was going to say before the Draining Kiss anyway, because the Triage isn't activated. Unless this was... Hopefully this is the physical one where you just Giga Drain yourself instead. That would be way better than if it was the Weakness Policy one. It probably is. We will see. So how fast do people usually run their Comfeys? Fastest I've seen is being faster than Adamant's Rillaboom so that you can always avoid a fake out. Because no one should be running Jolly Rillaboom. Like, that defeats the point. Because you're going to be Grass and Gliding so much you don't need Jolly. They did Dynamax immediately. Like, I'm hoping the Strange Steam will do a lot. It's specs. If it's Assault Vest, then it's not going to do too much damage back to me. And if it's Weakness Policy, then the Strange Steam should actually do reasonable damage. So let's see. Yeah, like I thought I'd be faster than the Comfey, but that doesn't really matter too much. It would only matter if the Goodra is faster than the Comfey. That really did not do too much damage at all. I was hoping for a bit more than that. Giga Drain yourself. Don't Draining Kiss yourself. Oh, it was just a Draining Kiss. So I should be able to survive a Lightning because I am Assault Vest. Huh. Well, it is physical then. That's not ideal. So I didn't get an Intimidate. But at least they can't Floral Healing with priority as well. Depends how much this Strange Steam does. But that is respectable damage. Let's go, Wheezing. So Goodra is the main thing threatening my Volcarona. So I'm just going to double up into the Goodra again. I'm going to go for an Airstream this time. Could be an ally switch, but then if it is, then I'm KOing the main threat to the Hydreigon at this point. But no ally switch. Is the Airstream going to be strong enough? It is, nice. And if they go for floral healing, that's going to be showing Weezing. Please go for floral healing. Go on, do it, do it. You know you want to do it. That's a cool cry. Oh. They're going for Trick Room. So the Airstream was bad. No, they did go for healing. Let's go. Haha, easy. Oh no, because I gave myself an Airstream boost, so I put myself fast in the comfort. Easy. Let's go, Weezing. Easy. That is a very, very good turn. And there's Virizion. That's just going to be blown up by the Airstream. Comfort is in range of another Strange Steam. This is good. This is very good. I am very happy with this. Yep. Let's go. That's a very good showing there of Weezing. And of Specs Weezing as well. Like, look how much it did to a Dynamax Goodra. Like, that did half, right? I'm pretty sure that did over half. So it would have OHKO'd a non-Assault Vest Goodra. That's really good. I deserve that Pearl String. Let's have a look. Okay, so that was me saying that you should never ever be Jolly Max, and they are Jolly Max. So, that's quite amusing. Was the Ninetales Focus Sash. It was Choice Scarf with Beat Up. Yeah, nailed it. And it was the Weakness Policy, so... Yeah, no Special Defense investment. No Speed investment either. And they ran out at 120. That's an interesting speed here. I think that's probably no speed. It looks like the max defense as well. Lumberry is weird. They were completely physical. Okay. Interesting. But that was good. That was a very good showing of Neutralizing Gas. Very happy with that one. And also very amusing that they had a Jolly Rillaboom. Right after I was saying never run Jolly Rillaboom. That means... Do they have Fake Out? I don't think they had Fake Out, did they? I can't remember. Oh well. Almost a top 1,000 person. Okay. Okay, so it's a pretty standard hyper offense team. So the annoying thing here is I can't redirect a taunt from a Whimsicott with my Volcarona. If they go with Indeedee, they can just imprison. I want to go with P2. If I can get Trick Room up, that's very good. I'm going to try Volcarona P2. I'm going to bring Weezing. I think Hydreigon. Gyarados is put off by the Toxtricity. I guess Gyarados is actually okay here. I don't want to accidentally intimidate a Braviary because its Defiant will be active if my Intimidate is active. Although I can get rid of the Stronger of the Weezing is good. Excadrill is okay as well, actually. I think I'm going to bring it over Hydreigon. They don't lead with Whimsicott, or if they lead with Whimsicott... Well, actually, no. Whimsicott can still taunt. And Indeedee will be able to imprison. So, going with trying to get Trick Room up probably isn't the best of ideas, because the Hyper Offense teams have to have hard ways of stopping it. So I can't redirect a taunt. So what do I do instead? Do I still taunt? Guess attack, which is nice. Like, Rage Powder Taunt is quite obvious. Like, Rage Powder Trick Room, that is. Like, they do just Taunt here. But then if I just Ice Beam and Heat Wave, that doesn't really help me. Actually, no, I see it. I see it. No, I don't see it. This won't work. I'm going to just try and Trick Room. Even though it won't work. Just in time. But they're going to Taunt. No, I ran out of time. Like, my initial idea was I was going to Quiver Dance and Ice Beam, then switch into Wheezing, and Volcarona would still outspeed the Whimsicott, but they're going to Airstream into my Cobra Berry, so it won't actually put me faster. But if they just Taunt here, then that's very bad. And I've been saying how bad this play is the entire time, and they will just go for the Taunt now. No, they are attacking. Interesting. So I do get Trick Room. So I guess that was the correct play. Will the Moonblast take me out? Dazzling Gleam definitely won't. Moonblast I don't think does either. Yeah, they're going for a Moonblast. Interesting. It's not enough. So now I have to fear an Encore. Like, surely they do not have Encore if they have an NDD. But I do need to be wary of that. So the options would be switch in Wheezing for the Volcarona, so that they can't Prankster Encore me. Or switch in Porygon 2 for the Wheezing so they can't Encore me regardless. I think I'm going to switch in the Wheezing, just because they could be going for a Knuckle into the Porygon 2. Because any attack would really hurt the Wheezing. Although they're stuck as a Flying type now. They went for Helping Hand, so I didn't need to switch, but that's okay. Because if this is a Knuckle, then this Wheezing switch was good. And that's not Sash, the NDD Sash then. So that makes sense. Yeah, there's the Knuckle. And this is not Stab as well. So that is doing nothing. So that's very good. Nothing really wants to take a Specs attack from Wheezing, apart from the Cinderace at the moment, right? So I can go for Rage Powder and just attack that other slot. If it's Dracovish, that just gets KO'd. If it's in DD, that would be worst case. But because... oh, it's Toxtricity, okay. That would want to take the moves coming out from Wheezing. But if I take care of the Cinderace here, I'm going to go for Thunderbolt and for Heat Wave. This should do a lot. That should be Heat Wave range. We will never know. That 2-shots Toxtricity as well, which is actually pretty good. But I should be losing both Pokemon here. Like, that's not the worst thing. But that was annoying. Especially since I'm pretty sure that was enough. And that's a Throw Spray. Okay. So I will be in range of Steel Spike now, even though they haven't been able to change types. But that's okay. I can just go for Ice Beam into the Cinderace and a Sword Stance. Because Toxtricity can't touch Excadrill. And Cinderace is definitely going to be in range. So really I can just ignore this Toxtricity and just KO whatever with my Excadrill. There's 2 turns of Trick Room left, I believe. Yeah, 2 turns. So Porygon can KO the Cinderace, because it's still a Flying type. And do I need to Swords Dance? I could just KO the Toxtricity. I think I don't need to Swords Dance. I'm just going to KO the Toxtricity. So if it's Dracovish in the back, that won't be able to beat me. If it's in DD, that won't be able to. Can't remember the last one. Nope, can't remember the last one. But it will be that Pokemon. Braviary. It was Braviary. I can remember it. So yeah, Excadrill has won here. The Cinderace will get KO'd to the P2, and then Excadrill can't be beaten. Okay, Psycho Punch is fine. Even though it changes to the Dark type here. Like, that won't do too much. It did Knuckle Boost, I guess, but that was a reasonable amount, to be fair. But now it gets KO'd to the Ice Beam. Toxtricity's the worst thing it can do is Overdrive, and that would do a reasonable amount to P2, but nothing to the Excadrill. Snarl doesn't really help as well, and the P2 even avoids, so making up for the Heat Wave miss, I guess, even though it doesn't really matter at this point. It's a good thing I Dynamaxed as well, because Excadrill would have been KO'd. And if it's Dracovish, it's usually Scarf. If it's Banded, it could outspeed the Excadrill, because apparently I'm using Edu's spread on the Excadrill rather than my bulky one. That's why it was KO'd to the Pinsir before. My bulky one would have lived the double up, and that feint was the high roll. It was a 25% chance to KO with that feint. But it is Dracovish, so I should be fine. So I will go for an Ice Beam and a Max Quake. Really, I should go for a Rockfall at this point, but I'm pretty sure that Ice Beam and Quake will KO the Dracovish, so I'll just KO it this turn. If it is Banded, it will win. Because it will be able to KO my Excadrill first. It looks like it's actually Banded. Awkward. So will it be strong enough to KO the P2? Am I just going to get reverse swept annoyingly here? I am at full HP. Surely not. Surely. Like, I believe in Banded Dracovish, but I don't believe in it that much. Is it optimal to set Trick Room? I don't think it matters at this point. Because it has, like, exactly 50%. I think it might be optimal to Thunderbolt, actually, because then it will paralyze, but I'm just going to Ice Beam. Because Freeze would also be very nice. There's no way. Not from full health. Yeah, didn't think so. And now I just need P2 to be strong. So that Snarl Miss was actually very important. And it was strong enough. But it was equaled out by the Heat Wave miss. Because if the Cinderace was KO'd, there was no Sucker Punch onto the Excadrill. And I'd be fine there as well. So, kind of evens out. But yeah, that first game, I'm very happy with that first game. Cancelling out Triage wasn't something that I thought that I was going to be doing, or thought about doing going into this week. I had like a few things like Colossal and Beat Up and all that stuff, so there was a Rizzy on there that could have been beaten up, but stopping Triage was very cool, so I'm very happy with that.